As a person who is justice impacted and systems impacted, formerly incarcerated, I would say that my perspective originally was that there is no hope. I'm going to come out of this cell with a criminal record. I'm not going to be able to go forward, have a career, have a family, have a normal life, and that wasn't the case. I have been successful in finding employment. I have been successful in getting into college and really pushing that educational barrier forward, where I'm achieving these levels of academic success that I'm not just excited about for myself, but to show others that, if I can do this, you can too. And Project Rebound here at Fresno State has really helped me understand that there is this hope for people who are formerly incarcerated, and there are these opportunities. And I would say that that was the first spark of hope that I received in knowing that I could go forward. And all of these other programs that I work with and am associated with have really just augmented that mentality and that effort and that ability to go forward. Hi, my name is Stephen Hensley, and I am double majoring in philosophy, pre-law, and political science. From childhood, I went to about 10 different schools in the Central Valley, primarily located between Merced, Winton, and Atwater, California. I went to high school at Merced Scholars Charter School. Unfortunately, I did have a lot of experiences in my life that were unfavorable. I come from a background of poverty and substance abuse in my family. And by the time I was 17 years old, I had realized that I was part of the LGBTQIA+ community, and I knew that didn't align with a lot of the values of my family and their beliefs. And so I started to act out. At 17, I was arrested, taken to juvenile hall, incarcerated, and I eventually spent almost 6 years in a California state prison. Upon my release, I did everything I could to really push forward and to get on my feet and to get here to Fresno State. And that's where I am now. I felt extremely excited when I learned I was a nominee for the Dean's Medal. I wasn't really expecting that to happen, nor was I really aware of the Dean's Medal and how the process occurs. And so it was just exciting, exhilarating, and it filled me with a sense of hope, because I feel like to come where I've come from and to be where I am now and just to be nominated, I am incredibly grateful and excited. So thank you. Following graduation, I plan to attend law school. I have already applied to Harvard, Stanford, Columbia, and Berkeley Law School, and I plan to go to law school so that way I can really be a force in the community to help those who are underserved or underrepresented, or those who feel like they don't have a voice, and to kind of be that shield for them. What I love about philosophy and law is that it's based on logic, and that it goes back thousands of years to the times of ancient Greece, and these ideas regarding justice and equity and all of these different ideals, and we see it today reflected in society, but not in the most ideal form. And so I believe that studying philosophy and studying law could help to achieve a more equitable society. The nonprofit organization that I helped co-found is called Youngsters for Change, and we are helping various youth from ages, I believe, 8 to 25. And we're helping them accomplish their reentry goals. We're offering them mentoring services. We're connecting them to employment and educational opportunities. And we're also going out into these communities that are defined as rural communities and are typically underserved, when a lot of the programs are focused in the city. And we're offering our services there, and we're telling them about our various services in the community. And we're helping these youth to really put their foot forward and focus on their goals. So the participants in our organization, we are working alongside probation in Fresno County. We are in the juvenile hall, and we are one of the service providers that is listed in their pamphlet at the Juvenile Justice Complex. A lot of these youth face challenges such as not knowing about these various opportunities, whether they be educational or employment opportunities. And so there's this idea that, what am I going to do next? And if I am justice or systems impacted, that's going to follow me for the rest of my life. There is no hope. There is no chance of me going forward, when that's not the case. There are so many programs and so many opportunities for everyone, including those who are justice impacted and formerly incarcerated. And the amount of support that there is in the community right now is unbelievable. The magnitude is so great that we really just want to express to these youth that whatever obstacle you faced in the past or whatever hopelessness that you feel now, we can help you alleviate that and show you that there are these opportunities that you can go forward, and there is more hope than we could possibly express in this conversation. Yeah. And our results have been so great that we have been receiving grant funding from other organizations and initiatives in California for juvenile justice, and so it's going to sustain the organization for years to come, and it's incredibly exciting. I would say that the accomplishment that I'm most proud of isn't really relative to myself, but to the individuals that I have assisted in the community. I've helped formerly incarcerated people apply for college, find employment, get into amazing programs. My father, I helped him after a long battle with substance use get into a program in San Francisco that is doing so many great things, Delancey Street Foundation. He's been there for 1.5 years. It's the longest he's been out of prison, and it's the longest he's been clean. And I feel like I really helped him see the opportunity and the hope and get into that program. And so I would say my biggest accomplishment isn't necessarily what I've done, but in helping others really go forward and see that hope that there is out there. Actually, if I can, about 2 months ago, so I'm here expressing that there is all of this hope and that there are these opportunities and that we can go forward and make these things happen. But we have to dissipate the shame that's associated with being transparent first. About 2 months ago, my grandma died of a fentanyl overdose. She was ashamed to tell us that she was struggling, that she had relapsed after being clean for almost 10 years. And that shame really pushed her to not reach out to anyone, to not be honest with anyone. And ultimately things ended the way they did because of that. And I just want to express that transparency and acceptance is incredibly important, and that hope is always there no matter what the circumstance is.